Hey, this is Jessica from Star Quality Beauty. I thought I would share some things about my life just to, cleanse and to let you know that you're not alone. Again, please like and subscribe to this channel. I do have one follower now. Thank you. I'm going to give you a shout out at the end of the video. Thank you for subscribing. And that's subscribe with a C. I do know how to spell, but not quite, obviously not well without spell check. Dun, 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 dun. So, my story. I went to school for business, and I had grown up doing a lot of things in theater and dance, and I was a very artistic person. And I squished it all down, deep down, because I felt like as an African American woman of a certain look that I wouldn't be successful. And I think that was a mistake now that I look back. But I was young, and I figured I was smart and I could do a lot of other things. One of my acting coaches once told me, Jess, if you can do anything else other than act, if you can see yourself doing anything else, do it. So when I graduated, there weren't a whole lot of jobs. And so I was really excited when I got an offer to go live in Seattle. And I ended up moving out sheer across the country, didn't know anybody, and joined a great bank. And I really worked my stuff. I was young and cute and optimistic and full of life, a real party girl, and had a good time for a few years. Then, of course, there's the dubious then when life starts to get complicated. I met a guy. And I thought the guy was a great guy at the time, but he ended up not loving me and not treating me very nicely through a very difficult experience. And I ended up getting pregnant by this guy. I know, we can talk about it later. But, me being a young and ambitious girl, and I was, 27 at the time, I was a little older, and I felt like I could be a responsible adult and take care of a baby. And, I didn't want to be selfish, and not saying that, everybody makes their own choices, but for me, I felt like I could do it. And so I moved back home. It was very hard for me to be pregnant in the kind of program that I was in at work and with no support in the Pacific Northwest. So I moved back home, and, my whole world changed. My whole world just got real. It got seriously responsible. I mean, buckled down career-wise. I, started shopping for furniture. Like, you're a grown-up when you have you buy your own couch, for real. Got a car, and I needed help. So I got a nanny. I know, crazy, right? And I was miserable. I didn't even know I was miserable. I started taking all kinds of drugs and medication to try to numb the feelings that I felt. And as the years went by and I got more and more kind of tied into this lifestyle, the more miserable I became. It was just awful. So, outside looking in, I think people looked at my life and said, man, you've got it all. You've got help, you got staff, you got this great house, you got this great career, and you've got this wonderful kid, who is still wonderful, by the way. But I lost my job. I got laid off. And I worked really hard at that job and still lost it. And I lost my house because I didn't have a job and I didn't have any income. And what do? I had to let go of all the hangers-on that I had accumulated over the years. And believe me, I had tons of hangers-ons which we could talk about. So I decided, you know what, Jess, you're miserable. You're on all these drugs, and you don't need these drugs. You have endured a lot. You don't have to do this anymore. I'm going back to where the kiddo's dad is, who had offered to help, and try to reclaim some sort of life, try to put the pieces back together. And a part of my discovery is to do YouTube, actually. And I want to be happy. I want to find happiness. And by doing this and sharing my story, I hope that somebody else can benefit from my stories and, you know, we can get on down the road with a big ass smile on our face. And I hope this was helpful. Please subscribe. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, loving, happy Wednesday. More to come. New videos every Wednesday. And you can check me out on Twitter at starqualbt. That's my Twitter handle. And talk to you soon. Bye-bye.